Who are the most notable losses suffered by the bodybuilding legend Ronnie Coleman, owner of 8 Mr. Olympia titles? Ronnie Coleman suffered losses that you may not have heard of before. We will show them to you, and those losses he suffered at the height of his career. Let's follow the story. 2006 IFBB Grand Prix Austria, a retrospective. What was it and when and where? The event took place October 6, 2006, in Graz, Austria. It was part of the IFBB European Pro Circuit, one of the Grand Prix competitions following that year's Mr. Olympia. Key competitors. The show featured many top bodybuilders of the time. Important names included Jay Cutler, USA, reigning Mr. Olympia at that moment. Ronnie Coleman, USA, 8-time Mr. Olympia, seeking to reclaim momentum post-Olympia. Marcus Rühl, Germany, known for massive size and condition. Dennis James, USA, consistent top contender who was in playoff for Olympia qualification. Other notable names: Ronnie Rockel, Eddie Abio, Yaroslav Horvath, Daniele Sekarekci, Mustafa Muhammad, Alex Fedorov, Hidetada Yamagishi, etc. Beyond 10th, there were other competitors completing the lineup such as Lee Powell, Hidetada Yamagishi, Manfred Potocznik, etc. Significance and highlights. 1. Cutler vs. Coleman rivalry continues. The show was widely anticipated as a rematch of Jay Cutler vs. Ronnie Coleman, roughly 1 week after Mr. Olympia 2006. Cutler had won Olympia, and this event further cemented his status, defeating Coleman again on stage. Conclusion. The 2006 IFBB Grand Prix Austria was more than just another pro show. It was a reaffirmation of Jay Cutler's rise, the ongoing battle between legends, and a showcase of European talent stepping up. It had significance not only for the title itself but for its implications for the following year's Olympia qualifications and the shifting balance of power in pro bodybuilding during that era. Here are some of the main reasons analysts, experts, and even Ronnie Coleman himself cite for why Ronnie lost to Jay Cutler in 2006, Mr. Olympia and the Euro Tour contests like the Austrian GP. These factors combine physique condition, judgment, mental game, and politics. Bodybuilding isn't purely objective, so multiple angles contribute. Key factors in Ronnie's loss in 2006. Cutler's superior conditioning and muscle detail. Jay Cutler was noted to be sharper in 2006, better conditioned, more definition, more aesthetic separation in certain poses. Muscle and Fitness reported that Cutler was better defined than Coleman at the Austrian Grand Prix, even though Coleman still carried huge mass. Size, edge, plus shape. Cutler had been improving in size in addition to symmetry, so he managed to combine muscle mass with good conditioning. Observers noted that in 2006, Cutler carried extra mass over previous years in a way that allowed him to compete with Coleman's reputation for size while also being more clean on stage. Softness and weaknesses in Ronnie's physique. Several critics and commentators believe that at that point, Coleman's physique was showing signs of wear, less pop in certain areas, issues with conditioning in his back and midsection, possibly even asymmetries. For example, Muscle and Fitness noted that in the Austrian GP, Ronnie looked less sharp in his back and middle compared to Cutler. Also, there was mention of Ronnie suffering from nerve damage in one side, affecting lats/triceps balance. Mental state and stage presence. Mental game plays a big role. Some accounts, e.g. by Melvin Anthony, say Cutler had the mindset that this was his show, more confident, more consistent in presentation. Ronnie, even though legendary, may have been under more pressure, trying to defend a record 9th title, facing expectations. Judging and need for a new champion narrative. There are long-standing rumors and statements, from Ronnie himself, that the judging was leaning toward a change. Ronnie has suggested that they had decided Jay Cutler would win, that the sport needed a new face at the top. Some fans and commentators believe this narrative influenced the outcome. Whether true or not, it plays into the perception. Accumulated wear, injuries, and age. By 2006, Ronnie had been competing at the highest level for many years. Massive physiques take a toll on joints, nerves, recovery. Even small declines in conditioning, symmetry, or muscular detail can cost a show when your opponent is peaking. There is mention of Ronnie dealing with physical issues, nerve damage, etc., impacting his performance. Strategic peak timing by Cutler. Cutler appears to have executed his prep and conditioning so that his peak was timed perfectly for the Olympia, and carried that momentum through the Euro Tour, including Austria. Whereas Ronnie, while still massive and powerful, may not have had as crisp a peak on that particular show. Ronnie's view and controversy. Ronnie Coleman has openly said that he felt the decision was somewhat predetermined, that there was a belief from the powers that Jay Cutler was the guy for 2006, that the judges and promoters wanted a change. He also expressed surprise and discomfort with losing, given his high confidence and his preparation. Conclusion. Putting it all together, Ronnie lost in 2006 because Jay Cutler brought a physique that combined size, conditioning, and symmetry in a way that matched the judging criteria more closely that year. Ronnie was still enormous, but perhaps less crisp, with minor weaknesses and signs of physical wear. Add to that a possible bias, intentional or systemic, toward transitioning the crown, mental pressure of defending a record 9th title, and Cutler's perfect timing, and the result becomes less surprising.